we bow to, the showmen, bow to each other, bow to the teachers, and they ask, well, what are we bowing for, and because it's Berkeley, because it's question authority, that I explained there are a lot of people with different religions, and I said, we bow to the showmen. It's about practicing gratitude. So you, in your own mind, can pay thanks to whatever religion, whatever your parents, your family, whatever, as long as you're expressing gratitude. That's why the bowing is so important, that there's a meaning. And that if you practice bowing enough, one day you'll actually feel appreciation. Kind of like when my son went out to college and he says, hey Dad, thanks for the money. I thought he really meant it that time. He said thanks. We teach our kids to say please and thank you automatically. And the more you train them to be grateful, I think it's going to be in their consciousness. So in VID000, that's what we really want to do, is help to train people to not forget how to address people and how you act towards people from the very beginning. I think that one of the things that Kendo, even though we don't use live blades unless we were doing kata forms or things like that, is we have competition. I know most of the martial arts have competitions, and everybody wants to know how Kendo, or traditional VID000, is different from a sport like baseball or purely about winning or losing. The lessons from Kendo, which are very important, that elevate it beyond a sport into being a martial art, is the competition is where you are trying your best to beat the other person in a competition. But the catch here is that equal value is placed on winning as well as losing. In other words, the winner and the loser can equally gain knowledge and important values so that just the winner is not focused on. So in the saying that we focus on, it says, Hante Hanse, Makete Kansha, meaning when you win, you are self-reflecting. You are being compassionate towards the other person because of the fact that you don't always win. You're not satisfied with the win, you just keep on training harder the next time. And you're also showing appreciation for your opponent for allowing them to have this contest with you. When you're losing, you have deep appreciation to your opponent for showing you what you need to improve on. And you're also showing that I have a lot more to try for. So if we say that winning and losing are the same of value, then what we're doing is we're minimizing our attachments to winning and losing, trying to minimize our ego so that our ego is not the sole determinant of why we're fighting or competing with somebody else. That's why we have rules that you should act, even if you win, you don't act like you thought over on the other person. The referees are very strict on that. So if somebody wins, even if they pump their fist or something like that, that's considered a penalty to take the point away because you don't want to win with an ego. It's just an acknowledgement that you have won, and that's good enough. So if both sides are able to learn equally from winning or losing, this facilitates patience, perseverance, compassion, gratitude, and friendship because you're trying to take your ego out of the match. So when you try your best, this will help both sides. And this is how VID000 competitions or pre-sparring differ from just a winning determinative outcome that signifies what sports events are. The other thing in Nintendo that we emphasize is Kiken Taichi, meaning in order to get a valid strike, a cutting point, your spirit, your sword, and your body have to be one. Kiken Taichi. And that is what we are striving for when we're going for a valid point. But besides the fact of trying to have technical unity, on a bigger scale, what we're trying to practice is the idea of oneness with our spirit, our soul, our body as one. If we're able to have oneness with ourselves, then you're able to go towards having oneness with your opponent as well, so that both of you are in a state of unity. And going further than that, Kintaichi also will help facilitate a greater sensitivity and awareness to the oneness of all things in this world. It's like what our MC said, Ms. Mia, that everything, we're all interconnected and we're one. And that is the essence of why we should practice Budo. One of the people called the real last samurai passed away in 1888, and it was the great master Yamamoto Tetsu who recognized and articulated in the 1800s the universal and timeless belief that Budo and swordsmanship will always be helpful to human existence and human interrelationships. And he said that this can be done, accomplished by working hard and training hard to constantly try to eliminate the selfish ego. And he says, by doing this, you should go beyond and help other people. He states in the 1800s, there are different systems in the world that profess many kinds of virtues. All are good, but only the people who actually put their virtues in practice are observing Budo. He said that in 1800s. Ultimately, in our conflicts, whether they're religious